All right, folks, time for class. Because this guy wants me to help him explain to his dad why gas was $2 under Trump, $3.50 under Biden. And so we're going to give you a little class on this, and this class is going to help you understand why gas prices are going to remain high under the Trump administration this time around. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we need to start with is a basic set of facts. People typically don't start with the facts, and when you don't start with the facts, you can't end at the truth, right? So Colorado gas prices under Donald Trump. He took office, gas was $2.40 a gallon. So it averaged $2.43, $2.78, $2.66, $2.33 in the year of COVID. So gas wasn't $2 under Donald Trump in Colorado. That's where these people live. That's what gas prices were. Now, that doesn't mean that gas prices didn't hit $2 for a day or a week, but do you really measure an entire presidency over such a short period of time? Yeah, a lot of people do when it comes to gas prices because they're trying to, prop their person up. Okay, so now that we've established that gas wasn't in fact, $2 under Donald Trump. Let's go back to the Barack Obama administration, late 2014. We had what was at time, the largest oil crash in history in late 2014. United States had doubled oil production. We got into a price war with Saudi Arabia. Here's this article from 2016, 20 months, 90 bankruptcies in North American oil and gas. And here's the important part of this. Where's this at? $66.5 billion in debt so far at that point. $66.5 billion in bankruptcy debt so far at that time. At that time, that was the largest crash in history and the largest amount of bankruptcy debt in history. And the bankruptcy debt is important because here's what that means. It means that even though there was a 70% drop in oil prices, that producers in the United States had to continue pumping as much oil as possible to try to reduce the bankruptcy debt. So you didn't see a huge decline in oil production. You did see a decline, but not as much as you should have seen. And what happened was globally, like in OPEC nations and Russia and other places around the world, they continued to produce as well throughout this entire crash. So by the time we got to the Trump administration, there was a huge oversupply of oil and inventory all over the world. So Donald Trump took office with oil prices around $52 and a massive oversupply of oil around the world, which was going to guarantee him cheap gas prices for a very long time because we had to work off all of that excess supply before gas prices could begin to rise. Say all that to say, he inherited low gas prices. He just did. That's a thing. This time, he didn't. That's why gas is $3.16 today, because he didn't inherit low gas prices this time. It's really pretty basic. Then we had an oil crash at the end of 2018. Why? Donald Trump got OPEC to increase production and then granted Iran waivers on sanctions, and that crashed the entire global market. And that's why gas prices in 2019 had gone down over 2018. It didn't have anything to do with American energy independence or American energy dominance or any of that other bullshit the politicians say. Donald Trump crashed the global market. That's why. And then, of course, we had COVID, which was devastating to the global oil market. And during COVID, we lost 1.1 million barrels a day of refining capacity. And this is important. Because, as I said, today, gas is $3.16 a gallon, and oil is $71.35. Under Trump, when oil was $71, gas was $2.70 when oil was $71. So gas is 46 cents higher today at the same oil price, and that's because of reduced refining capacity that we lost under the Trump administration. We did get about 450,000 barrels of refining capacity back under the Biden administration. But, oh, by the way, we lost a refinery yesterday and lost another 225 to 250,000. Yeah. Having adequate refining capacity is key to lowering gas prices. If you lose capacity, your gas prices go up. Refiners make the gas, right? Yeah. Why did Joe Biden have high gas prices? The OPEC 2020 deal. The OPEC 2020 deal. This was a deal between Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, and MBS that cut OPEC's supply by 10% for 2 whole years. They entered this deal in April of 2020. That means for 18 months of this deal was under the Joe Biden presidency. Did you really think a pipeline in North Dakota made oil prices in Europe go up to $120? Did you really think that? Surely you didn't. Did you believe that? Come on. Come on. You see those gas prices right there? That's Joe Biden. You see that peak? Do you know where that peak is? Right at the end of the OPEC 2020 deal. Yeah. So gas prices began to peak right about the end of the OPEC 2020 deal. They had one more month where they really topped out. But look, the deal ended, and by the end of the year, gas was $3.30. Gas fell $1.70 between the end of the OPEC 2020 deal and the end of the year. For gas to fall by $1.70, that usually is a total economic collapse, recession type scenario. But no, just the end of Donald Trump's oil deal. That's all. Just the end of Donald Trump's oil deal. This isn't that difficult, folks. I mean, I'm an oil and gas expert, but you don't have to be an oil and gas expert to piece this together. It's just something I happen to know. Yeah, quit watching the news. Just quit watching the news. Yeah, thanks.